So I was thinking about opening up this video by saying peanut butter pie is one of my all-time favorite desserts, and then I realized that I pretty much say that at the beginning of every video. But truthfully, peanut butter pie, if I had to choose one thing for my birthday every year, it would be that. And what makes this even better is that it's so ridiculously easy to make. We're going to be doing a black cocoa cake crust with a really easy, creamy peanut butter frosting, and then simply just walk into your grocery store, over to the freezer aisle, and find a nice frozen tub of vegan whipped topping. We're going to put that on top. Dunzo. It's a whole pie, and it's delicious. So, let's get to it. I decided to go with chocolate cake as the base instead of cookies or graham crackers, simply because what I love the most about peanut butter pie is the fact that it's so creamy. So I thought, let's just kind of, stick to that theme. So we're going to get started with this recipe by getting our dry ingredients into the bowl. Now this is a very small batch of cake, so, it's going to be a little bit of batter, but whatever. Oh, and don't forget to preheat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. We're going to get our dry ingredients into the bowl, and then we're going to take our coconut oil and coat those dry ingredients with said coconut oil. It's going to look a little bit crumbly at this point, but don't worry. We're going to then add in the applesauce and loosen it up slightly, and then we'll add in the plant milk, doing it in this step sequence. Yes, step sequence, or in these stages, whatever. Do it that way, and it will save you from having to work a bunch of lumps out of your batter. And realistically, you can just do this whole part by hand. Take a little bit of extra coconut oil, just grease the bottom of your 9-inch pie plate, and then pour the batter in there. You're going to pop that into the oven for only about 15 minutes. It bakes up really fast, again, because this is a very thin layer of cake. So just set that aside to cool. I like to bake the cake, and then it's nice if you get the cake baked, and while it is cooling, you can pull your vegan cream cheese out of the refrigerator to come to room temperature, and also make sure your whipped toppings are thawed. That usually takes about 4 hours in the refrigerator. You don't want to skip that step, otherwise, it'll be frozen, and then if you try to mix it, it becomes runny and lumpy and gross, and there's no reversing it, so keep that in mind. But you can go ahead and combine your peanut butter, powdered sugar, and cream cheese in a bowl, again, just with a spatula, until it is nice and smooth. And then carefully fold in your whipped topping. You want to try your best to not knock too much air out of it, so something to keep in mind. Just, go gentle into that bowl of peanut butter cream cheese. Then you can pile that atop your chocolate cake crust. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention is I did run a spatula along the bottom and sides of the cake crust just to, loosen it from the pie plate before I added anything on top, and that way it just comes out easily when you slice it. But anyways, get that peanut butter filling on there, smooth it out nicely. Now, if you have a light touch and you got a little bit more skill, you can go ahead and add your second tub of whipped topping on top of that now, or you can pop the peanut butter filling into the refrigerator for a couple of hours to set up, and then add your whipped topping. I just did like the easiest spatula design with whipped topping, super simple, do whatever you like, because honestly, then I melted a little bit of chocolate and drizzled it on the top. So it pretty much covers up anything that you would do with whipped topping. So I just did it anyways, but do what you want. But once you get that all done, oh, and when you do melt the chocolate, you want to make sure that you let it cool a little bit at room temperature. If it's too hot, it's going to melt the whipped topping, but, so, okay, yeah, do that part. Then you can get it all into the refrigerator to set for about 4 hours. Then it's going to fully set, and then you'll be able to slice and enjoy. I used a really hot knife to slice it, and I just ran it under hot water, cleaned off the excess water with a towel, and gave a nice clean slice. Now this pie feeds about 8 to 10 people, so, it's really great for a small gathering, or in my case, feeding one person over the period of a couple of days. But anyways, you guys, thanks so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. I really do, and I hope you try out this peanut butter pie. Let me know what you think down in the comments. You can also find the link to a printable recipe in the description, but I also just have the ingredients down there for ease. If you're not already subscribed, please do consider subscribing and hit that like button. It helps out my channel so much. And you'll get notified of more vegan baking tutorials, which is pretty much the majority of this channel. So thanks so much. Take care. Bye.